Hey, what's poppin', boys, girls, and everybody in between and otherwise. My name's Adrian. Welcome back to Life Hates Adrian. Now, well, I'm moving, so if you see any mess anywhere or like anything like that, I'm sorry. My moving is a long story, and yeah, we're not gonna get into it. But yeah, I'm sorry if you happen to see a mess. I'm trying to block it all out with the chair and distract you with the pride flag. Don't ask me why I did that. Yeah, so just warning you before I get into anything. I told you guys that I'm gay, and hi, still gay. And a couple people actually asked me to share my coming out story. It's actually not interesting, like at all. No one really reacted that badly. Like I had a pretty decent coming out, but nonetheless, some people wanted to hear it. And why not? Give the people what they want. As in my 3 friends. Anyways, this starts back to like birth. Growing up, I kind of always knew that I was gay. Like secretly deep down, I think I always knew. Because even when I was really, really young, like in the first couple years of elementary school, like grades 1 and 2, I'd be like, that girl's pretty. And I would always think like, oh no, it's a normal thing. Like for example, I had a really big crush on JWoww or Jenny from Jersey Shore. And I always thought that like it was normal, like this is a street girl thing. I'll like boys later. It's okay. And then later never came. No, I always thought that almost every girl that I knew felt that way at some point or at all points. And then as I started getting older, I was like, okay, you know, I'll eventually like a boy. Because I did have crushes on boys, but they weren't really real crushes. It's like, oh, that's a good looking guy. I must like him. Like my first kiss was with a boy in grade 3. He's also one of my best friends. Has been since then. He was also my first and last boyfriend, so we don't talk about that time. I love him, but not in that way. I always kept trying to think like, okay, look around, find a cute boy, like him. And I never really felt the same way about boys as I did with girls, especially in media. Like, as I told you, Jenny, JWoww from Jersey Shore, fat crush on her. It's bad. Like, growing up, I really, really liked Kesha, and I still do, but I always thought it was a kind of, oh, she's my idol thing, and it still is, but it's also kind of like, oh my god, I would marry her. And that was basically everything from kindergarten to elementary school. Me just kind of being confused, like there were cute girls in my class, but I'm like, but I'm not supposed to like them, so we're just gonna ignore that. I was like, okay, I'll like boys later. Maybe it just hasn't kicked in yet. And I always thought that everyone else, every other girl felt the same way as me. And I grew up and I realized that's not the case. Because then I hit grade 7. I don't know why, I just kind of went exploring almost. Like I used to sit in my grandma's house and she doesn't have Wi-Fi, so I'd sit there on my phone with my, I don't know, I think I had 3 gigabytes of data, and I would actually watch these lesbian YouTubers like Allie Hills, Shannon and Cammie, Stevie Bobby, and I still watch them. I would sit there and I'd watch them and I'd be like, wow, I like this. And I thought to myself, I'm like, no. And I actually went over my data like months on end just because I would sit there watching their videos. And I would think, I'd be like, oh my god, you know, here are these girls that don't like boys and they are just as happy. Because I also grew up not in a really religious household, but I did when I was younger believe in God, and I was kind of always told that, oh my god, I'm gonna go to hell, he's gonna be mad at me, I'm never gonna get married to a guy, So that's also kind of what was going on in that moment. But then I got Netflix and I started binge watching Orange is the New Black. Because you guys know when people that joke around, they're like, Alex Voss made me gay. That literally wasn't a joke for me. I would sit there and I'd watch it, and I literally watch it, I'm like, oh, I like girls. Because I met Alex Voss. But I didn't want to fully say I'm gay because I didn't want to like rule out boys entirely just in case. I changed, I don't know. So I first came out as bi in like October, November of grade 7. I'm not entirely sure. And it was honestly thanks to the YouTubers that I watch, and a big thanks to Orange is the New Black for that. Everyone was relatively accepting. Like there are a few people who were kind of homophobic, but we don't talk about that. I don't know. I actually told my teacher, who I was and am very close with, she did something really great. She actually started a discussion in class, and she didn't out me. She didn't mention my name, but she managed to weave it in and start a discussion in class about LGBT rights and all of that. And it felt like nice. Like I was known as the gay kid, and eventually as like winter break hit, and then after that I was kind of like, no, I don't like boys. Not at all. I'm not bi. Stop it. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to everybody. You're not bi. I came out as gay, and I kind of like morphed into that, and I straight up put pictures of Shannon and Cammy in my locker in grade 7 and 8. I also had a little picture of Allie Hills in there too, and my friends would kind of be like, we don't want to see this gay shit. And I'd be like, well, sucks, you saying it right now. No one in my family knew. Like, they all kind of knew because I wasn't very secretive. Like, I was always a tomboy. I always wanted to wear guy clothes. I actually kind of asked for a suit at one point, I think, instead of wearing a dress. I would want to wear jeans over, skirt. I was always playing soccer on the field with the boys and Foursquare. And whenever we played house, I was the dad. So everyone kind of already knew that I was probably gay. So it wasn't a really big shock to my family, but I didn't tell them until grade 8, like the end, because a lot of stuff happened in grade 7 and 8, like personal issues. We don't have to get into that. And I was really close to my teacher, and she said, I really think you should tell your mom, because I think a big part of your anxiety is because you're hiding this huge thing from her, and it's part of the reason you're stressed all the time and you're scared, like whenever she touches your phone, because she might see. We're driving home in the car, and my mom pulls in the driveway. She's like, can I ask you something? And I was like, okay. And she asked me, she's like, are you a lesbian? And I was like, yes. I said it like that exactly. I was like, yes. She's like, it's okay, I still love you. And it was really sweet, because everyone at school knew. Obviously my mom's gonna find out eventually if she hadn't already, so that's probably why she asked me. And then grade 9 came, and it was in October, and like everyone knew I was gay, like everybody. Because my mom also works at the school that I go to, so it was kind of a big thing, like the teacher's kid's gay, holy shit. But my brother, who was in grade 12 at the time, didn't know, or he knew, but I didn't tell him, or whatever. So there was all these rumors going around about me being gay, and some people thought it was fake, first of all, and they were angry and whatever. And then my brother actually found out, and he, on Halloween of grade 9, drove me home from my friend's house because we went trick-or-treating, because that's fun, guys. Go trick-or-treating. And he asked me, he's like, I don't care, I just don't want to hear it from other people, I want to hear it from you. I was like, yeah, I'm gay. He's like, okay, that's fine. And now here we are, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever I made that video. Everyone else knows now. Almost everyone in my family knows. Not everyone took it very well, but you know what I have to say to that? F them. Because what are they gonna do? Not love you? But like, what are they gonna do? Really? Send me to a conversion therapy camp? Like, try me, bitch. My coming out story is still ongoing, I guess, because I mean, not everyone in my family has seen that video, but a lot of them have. And it will always be a thing that I have to say to people. Like, it'll always be a thing that I have to tell people about, or they will find out eventually, and it'll be different. And that's kind of what I hated. I almost didn't want to have to come out, because I always felt like, well, if my brother can say, hey, I have a girlfriend, why can't I? But then I realized, like, I need this weight to come off my shoulders, so I did it anyways. I know I came out kind of young, because there's a lot of people actually, who don't come out until high school or later. So yeah, I did find out pretty young, and I did open up pretty young, but I think I would have been able to accept it a little more had there been more diversity in media about lesbian. Because when I was younger and I thought lesbian, I thought like Big Boo from Orange is New Black. Like, not specifically her, but someone that looks like her, and that wasn't me. Like, if you want to cut your hair, if you want to look like a huge butch, go for it. I'm pretty sure you look great. I mean, Ruby Rose pulls it off, Big Boo pulls it off, like, you can too. But I just didn't want to. So it's sad that I had to turn to other platforms like Netflix and like YouTube and scour them to actually find someone that I wanted to be, like someone that I looked up to. It's also part of the reason I think media needs more representation of LGBT people. And it's part of the reason that I came out, because if a kid sees this, you know, if a little gay girl that doesn't know it sees it, who's 7, 8, 9 years old, sees my coming out video and thinks, wow, she's like still kind of sort of feminine, but also gay. Something that I never really saw growing up, and I just wanted to be a role model that I had, you know, through Allie Hills, through Shannon and Cammy, through Stevie Bobby, through Alex Voss. I wanted to be the role model that I eventually found later on, but I wish I had found it younger, because I probably would have came out when I was younger. People are figuring out who they are a lot younger, and that's great, but it's sad that we still have kids who don't like who they are because they feel it's unnatural in a society. There's a heteronormativity is just pushed everywhere, And, you know, straight people are cool. I have straight friends. But not everyone's straight. A lot more people are not straight now than before, not because everyone's gay now, but because people are realizing that it's okay, but there's still room to go. I mean, being gay is still punishable by death in a bunch of countries. A lot of countries don't have legal same-sex marriage, and there's still room to go, but if I can be a little tiny grain of sand in this long gay beach, I'll take it. If I can help one 9-year-old experience what I felt when I saw someone that I actually felt I wanted to be, I'll do it. That's kind of why I do this. I got really emotional, I'm so sorry. If there's any other gay videos you want to see, like my tips for coming out or anything like that, you can tweet at me, you can DM me on Twitter or Instagram, or you can write it in the comments down below. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and my email in the description box below, so if you want to contact me on any of those things, feel free. But yeah, thank you for listening to that kind of messy video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Just a reminder that I love all of you. Mwah. I actually even had a little picture of Valley Hills in there too. Ow.